I'm Kelly Tam and my husband Brian Tam.
Hello.
And we are so thrilled to be here to interview today and tell you a little bit about the Playhouse and Tam's Backstage.
Yes, we are just thrilled that this building is celebrating its 100-year anniversary this year. So we just want to, express how grateful we are for this opportunity to tell our story, and how grateful we are for the opportunity to have lived this for the past 18 years that we've been here.
So the very first time I walked into this building, and we came to cater an event. The City of Cumming had begun operating the Playhouse, and there was a theater I don't even know which show it was, but the theater was taking place here, and at the time they would bring in caterers to provide dinner before the show, and we had the opportunity to cater and come into what was a very empty space. It didn't have any ambiance whatsoever, but we prepared fabulous food and fed the folks before the show and had a good time doing it. But I have to say that when Brian came to me and said, "We want to look at this place as a restaurant," I thought he had lost his mind. It was very much a shell with no ambiance whatsoever, and we had to start from scratch to make it happen.
That's right. It was a basement. I mean, it is a basement, and it had gray floors and white fluorescent lights. And the tables, when people would dine, they would all sit family style. They would sit in groups of 6, whether they arrived in groups of 2 or 4 or not. They all sat family style, and it just seemed it was a little awkward for a night out on the town like they were trying to experience to go to the theater upstairs. So the whole idea, the experience, is for the guests to walk in here, be able to sit and have dinner, appetizers, entrees, dessert, maybe a bottle of wine, relax, and then get up and go upstairs to the show and enjoy a great production. Normally we provide intermission so they can get a refreshment, maybe a snack, and go back in and finish the show. We get to see very few shows because we're usually working during the shows. We do sneak in on Sunday afternoons when we're closed here and get to catch part of them. One of the things we strive to do here is to serve, the freshest, best food with the best ingredients. This is a scratch kitchen. I mean, we don't even have natural gas here. So we make everything from scratch. We try to run fresh fish when we can get it. Our steaks are hand cut down the street at Leonard's Farmers Market, and we're proud to have them as a partner. As we move forward, we just want to continue along those lines to give people a great dining experience with great quality food. So this building is 100 years old this year. It opened in 1923 as the first school in Forsyth County. Unfortunately, it was struck by lightning in 1927 and burned, major damage. I mean, if you think about it, in 1927, there was no fire department to help put this out. However, the town came together. They held classes in some of the businesses. The same contractor that built it in 1923 built it in 1927, rebuilt it in 1927 with some volunteers, and they marched on, so to speak, to have a school here in Forsyth County.
When people come in and they learn of the history here, it's kind of a connectedness that we have to the community. I love when folks come in and talk about having class in this building. They like to take the tour upstairs and look at the pictures that are on the wall and find relatives that might have been participating in class in this building. And it's a connectedness to the community that just gives it a special meaning for us here.
Right. Back in 1927, when the building burned, The Board of Education could not afford an insurance policy, and the late Dr. Mashburn carried an insurance policy out of his pocket, and that's what paid to have this school rebuilt. And if you think about it, 1923 when the school opened, there weren't a lot of teachers. So across the street from us is the old Brannon Hurd House Hotel, 8 rooms, 8 fireplaces at the time, and the teachers would come by horseback and stay at the Brannon Hurd House for the week, walk over here and help give people an education. So this year we are celebrating our 100-year anniversary. This wall behind me survived the fire and is 100 years old. Our sponsor is Andine Chevrolet. We're very thankful to them. They are celebrating their 75th anniversary here in Forsyth County.